Hey guys, welcome back. I just discovered my everyday makeup routine. It's very cutesy, very bronzy, so let's get into it. You will always hear this, the most important step is skincare. Make sure your skin is hydrated, dewy, and glowy, just like this. I will leave all the products linked below. Now, first I like to get into my brows. I go in with the Got2b glue, and I just run that all the way through my brows. I do laminate these babies, okay? Press them up, do not be scared. I've tried to get away from these laminating looking eyebrows, but I just can't. I love them. I've been doing them for the past like 5 years, and I fear that they're gonna be here to stay until I find something that I like more. So if you don't like it, get over it. Once I'm done pressing it to my skin, I comb down those hairs that are sticking up, and then I go in with some concealer. This is the House Labs concealer underneath my eyebrows. It is like 2 shades lighter than my natural shade, and this is going to brighten underneath the eyebrows and really make them pop and stand out. When you're doing a full glam look, I feel like concealing underneath the eyebrows is so crucial because it does help give your face a little bit more dimension so that not everything is flat. Also a great base if you put on eyeshadow afterwards for that eyeshadow to stick to. Speaking of eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with this brown shade from the Makeup by Mario palette, and I like to fill in my brows with brown eyeshadow. It just works for me every single time. I don't have a lot to fill in with my brows, so I feel like this is perfect to just get in some of those sparse areas without it being too heavy. Moving on to the face, I like to go in with a powder bronzer, and I put that on my face before I put anything else on my face. Yes, stick with me, okay? This is called underpainting. However, I underpaint with powder products because I'm oily, so I feel like underpainting with powder products for me works the best. I've been using this routine for the past like 2 weeks, and I have not seen an issue with it so far. So I just bronze in all of my areas where I want a little bit more color, something to stand out, or just to give my face a little bit more dimension. Now I'm going to follow it up with my cream blushes, and these are more of like a bronzy tone. It's going to help give a blush effect, but also still keeping that bronzy look within the makeup look. Now I apply this everywhere, on my eyelid, on my forehead, on my nose, on my chin. I just feel like it helps bring everything together and make it more cohesive. So I like to go in with 2 different shades, a lighter one and a darker one, just to keep that toastiness all the way around. After this, I take my brightest concealer and I put that in the inner corners of my eyes, and I also put it in the middle of my forehead where I want everything to be nice and bright. Since we do have a lot of bronzing going on, I want to still keep that brightness, and then I'll go in with the concealer that is more of my shade, and I'll put that in the areas where I didn't put any of the bronzer or any of the blush. And this kind of minimizes doing a quote-unquote full face of like foundation or concealer in my case, so that low-key you're not using as much makeup, but you're still using a good amount to have a nice little beat going on, you know what I mean? My trick, take your setting spray. I like to use the one size one and put it on your brush. I always spray my foundation brush with this, and it just helps everything blend in so seamlessly. It also helps the kickstart of setting in your makeup for the day so that it's not going to move, it won't budge at all. And as I'm blending this in, I'm obviously focusing on the parts where I have the concealer, but I'm also taking the light bit of makeup that is on the brush and going over my face just a little bit. Applying those same steps to this smaller brush as I'm blending in the middle of the concealer and just blending that out to the places where I want it to be brightened. I did forget to show this part, but once I'm done blending that concealer, obviously it's going to look a little bit brighter. So I take my foundation brush and I go over that to help blend it into my forehead a little bit better. For the under eyes, I don't use a brush. I actually use a powder puff, and I just feel like this just helps it be a little bit more seamless and blend better underneath the eyes. So I take that right underneath the eyes, and I like to carve out on my nose as well where I had put that bronzer earlier in the video. It kind of helped give that snatched look to my nose, even though I don't really contour my nose. I just don't know how, and I don't care. We're gonna go in with some setting powder. I'm not the biggest fan of Huda Beauty right now, but I will say she does make some good makeup products. This is in the shade Cherry Blossom, and I'm just setting underneath my eyes. I'm also setting my eyelids because I did put concealer on them, so I don't want that concealer to crease on my eyes. And as you can see, I'm lining it up with my nose where I had carved it out with that concealer just to help with that snatch look on my nose. I kind of put this all over my T-zone, and I leave it there for just a second. I don't leave it there for too long. I want to say probably like 30 seconds. And then I like to go back in with all of my powder products and just define some of those spots again, as well as deepening my eyes a little bit more, because like I said, we're going for this super bronzy look, and I feel like this really helps. The eyes really bring it all together. So we're done with that setting powder. We're going to press it into our skin all over. It's not going to mess up any of the makeup that you have going on. It's actually going to help it. So make sure to press that into your skin. That is gold right there. We got to deepen up this blush. I like to go in with this Halo palette. It has a more darker red and then a orangey blush in this palette, and it just fits this look so well, and with my undertones it just complements it to the max. And like I said, I like to put my blush all over my face. I feel like it just helps bring everything together, and I just love blush. Okay, I will be getting the blush finalist allegations. Thank you. You guys haven't gotten into these Patrick Ta glitter eyeshadow palettes, please do yourself a favor. Man, these are so freaking gorgeous on the skin, and plus I love a little glitter. Who doesn't love a little glitter? Like, look at that. Oh, it just makes them pop. It's just that extra that I needed. Before I go in with the eyes, I like to spray my face one last time. And then I'm applying these Kiss lashes. These are my favorite lashes in number 11. I put on some mascara to help with the glue process and helping them stick and blend into my natural lashes a little bit better. I apply my lashes underneath to give a more natural look to it. If you guys need a tutorial on this, please let me know and I will show you guys how to do it. And then to blend in that band, I'm going in with a black eyeliner on my top waterline, putting on some more mascara on those lashes just to help blend them in and make them look a little bit more natural. Lastly, for the eyes, I like to finish off my bottom lashes and waterline with brown. So I'm going with a brown mascara and a brown eyeliner. If you have brown or green eyes, this is just going to make it pop even more. And also, like I said, bring all of that bronziness back in and together. We are never fully dressed without our lip combo. I'm going in with a brown lip liner, and then I like to top it off with a red lip gloss. And that's going to give us that beautiful cherry cola look. And man, oh man, it looks great on every skin tone. Finishing off with one last set to lock in that makeup, and there you guys have it. That is my full makeup routine for every day, and when I say every day, I mean it. I will do my makeup just to walk to the mailbox. Okay, I love a full beat. I love being dressed up. I love being cutesy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.